So today we're working on our distance shots. We're also working on shot placement. Okay? So you see that deer is not facing directly sideways, right? That's because life is not a video game, and deer very seldom are going to turn flat-sided to you. Okay? They're not going to be like a perfect mannequin. Usually if the deer is facing away from you, that's the shot that you want to take. If they're facing towards you, you kind of don't want to take that shot because you got to worry about the deer putting his or her head down. You got to worry about shoulder blades. You got to worry about all that stuff in between the shoulders and the legs before you can get to that heart or those lungs. So when you take a shot on a deer like that, that's called quartering away, all right? Because he's facing away from you or she's facing away from you. And you see that circle on the shoulder? It's sort of ideal where you want to hit it, but really, if you look at the white on the belly and you look at that corner of that right front leg, it sort of looks like a triangle. Right where that white meets that corner of that leg, right below that like perfect, see right below that perfect circle, that's kind of where you want to aim for, okay? Typically you want to aim a little bit low in case the deer jumps the string, because they're going to squat down before they jump or they run. And they're going to hear you when you take that shot. But right now we're working on placement. So what I want you to do is I'm going to go for the close target first. Try and hit as close to center as possible. Then go for the bag as close to center as possible. And then try and take a shot on that deer and try and keep it somewhere in that kill zone. Okay? Alright, now I see that was a little left, right? So don't pull the bow. Just try to get comfortable with it. When you're comfortable on that block, you move to the next one. Okay. So if you're comfortable, you move on to the next one. But until you're comfortable, stay on the one that you're at. Alright? There you go. Good. Good. Like Peter Griffin says, good. 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 Alright, that was a little high. What pin were you using?
Yellow.
Which is what, your middle pin?
Yeah.
So that was a little high on your middle pin, right? Because you're about 20 yards, maybe a little over 20 yards. I think that first pin, I think you're set up at about 10 to 20 yards. There you go. You got arrows?
I'm out.
There's some more of it.
I mean, I have like wooden ones.
No, don't use those. Use those. The ones that are standing up. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to make our targets. We start off with a large target, then we get a little smaller, and then a little smaller. And the only difference between that bag target and that deer target is maybe that's a word, right? Maybe a yard. So we're just trying to get used to shooting it at distances. It's a little low, so those arrows are a little heavy, so they're a little heavier than yours. Which brings up another point. It's good to know your equipment, right? So let's see. Boom. All right. We'll pull that over a little bit.
Yeah.
See if you take a shot on the deer over there. Remember, you want it in that kill zone, not in his gut or his bunghole. That is a perfect shot.
It's not that easy.
It's all right. You see where it is? It's kind of hard for you to see, I guess, looking at it that way, but that is right in that corner pocket that I was telling you about. That is not a good shot. But that first one though is a very good shot. And we'll walk down and we'll take a look at it. All right, let's go take a look-see. You can pull these out as you go.
Okay. Oh, I'm going for my hair.
Lovely. Look like a turnip.
Thank you.
Don't forget that one. All right, so we're moving on up. Like the Jeffersons. Okay, so these were your other hoo-has. You can pull those. But what we really want to look at is this this
Sure.
target, this 3D target, right?
Yeah.
So here, we already know that's a bad shot, right? That is a very good shot, and here's why. If you look at this deer from here, you'll see that this arrow actually bisects all the way in across to this shoulder, which means that it's going to take out the lungs. I think it's a little far back to take out the heart, but it's definitely going to take out the lungs. This one here, that's no good, because that's right in the yuck basket, and that's going to leak everything out. I hit a deer here once, and he didn't bleed, and he ran off, and I searched high and low for him for about 4.5 hours. Could not find him, and I felt so bad. I didn't hunt for like a week after that, or not even, actually almost like a month. Like I just refused to go back out until I got my stuff straight. But this right here, this is what I was talking about, this corner.
Right.
So if you put your shots, this is the shoulder right here, and this is actually pretty thin up here, but depending upon how you hit it, it might deflect your arrow. Usually though, if you get a good shot, it'll go right through that. I've had arrows go in one and out the other shoulder blade and take out everything in between, which is I guess lucky, fortuitous. But right in this area here is typically where you want to aim. Like I said, when you take the shot, your deer is going to drop.
Right.
And so when he drops, he or she tends to put that sweet spot right in the crosshairs. But it's only for like a split second, so you got to make sure that you've got the right distance on it. Your bow is fast enough, and more than anything, you got to make sure your aim is good, right? Mm-hmm. So that's our makeshift backstop. It should, if you should miss, it should go there. So we'll go back, we'll reset, and again, we want to hit right in this area here. This is great, but typically we want to aim right here. Okay? All right, so we'll head back and try it again.
Okay.
All right, so we're back, round 2, and I'm gonna try and adjust this awesome tripod. So you tell me what you're going for.
Okay. The dirt.
The dir over there, all right. Well, this is the time now before the season starts where we try to get ourselves straight, right? So we can make the mistakes now, figure out what works for us and what doesn't. Well,
Not good.
there's a Skyrim joke in there somewhere. Took an arrow to the knee. There you go. That's a good one. Very nice. Now see, that's consistency.
I like these heavier arrows.
I don't know if I can get any, no, I can't get any closer.
A little high.
Oof. And that's why we
What?
and that's why we have that back there.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not too bad. I think I'm going to pull my bow out. I'll take a couple shots. Let's see how it goes if you want to pull those.
Arrows.
Good job.
Okay.
And you see they're all, I mean, they're all right there. Again, they're a little back, but they're cutting across diagonally through those shoulders. So you're taking out the lungs every time.
Yeah.
So, good stuff. That's going to take some shots on the ear. Butt. I guess he's a little basket buck, right?
Lower stomach. Right. Yeah.
That's not good. Better get it together, huh?
Just a little.
Is that the same spot?
Spine.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I stink. What's going on today?
It's kind of far.
It's still hitting left.
What?
Ah, Jesus. I'm aiming all kinds of high.
It's alright.
There we go.
Very
That was
nice.
redeemable, I guess. We'll go take a look. Okay, so we're back, and we'll take a couple more shots. Just right quick on this guy. Let's see where we are. I was shooting really high and somewhat to the left. So, but I think that's me more than anything. I don't think it has anything to do with the sights. I think it's just me rushing the shots. I'm certain I can fix myself. So we'll see what we do here. We'll take 4 more, considering I lost an arrow somewhere. Hopefully it's not in somebody. But, let's see what we got. All right, here's the person. That's good. And it's still pulling to the left a little. So let's try to fix that. Well, let's take a look. See where we are. Blew his head off.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's a great cluster.
Yeah, it's a cluster, all right. But this is the area you want to be in. Again, it's a little high. These are my first 2 shots, and then I pulled them over here. So, whoa, there we go. So these are my first 2 shots, and then I pulled these over here, and then the deer's head fell off. As it happens in the wild too. The heads just pop right off. So there you go. But that's a quartering away shot. And if we look at it from here, we see how, but we see how they go through the shoulder here, so that the deer gets broken down and can't run that far, presumably. But we try to stay away from the gut bag back here. This is a pretty skinny deer. What's going on? This is a CWD deer. So we stay away from the aft, so to speak. So we'll collect our things and go another round. Mm-hmm. All right. See you on the next one.
I'm all sweaty.
Later.